Okay, let's look at the rules for multiplying surds and square roots. This is very important to know. If you have two letters here, you can break it up into the factors. The factors there are x and y. So you can say the square root of xy is the same as the square root of x times the square root of y. The square root of ABC is the same as the square root of a times the square root of b times the square root of c. Before we look at the next screen, please press subscribe so that you can follow me on my channel and stay up to date. Right, let's look at the next one. Let's look at it with real numbers. The square root of 36 is the same as its factors, 6 times 6 written under square root. So the square root of 36 can be broken up into the square root of 6 times the square root of 6. The square root of 100 can be broken up into the square root of 10 times the square root of 10. The square root of 25 can be broken up into the square root of 5 times the square root of 5. Now sometimes we have numbers sitting in the square root box that when we break them up into their factors, we can find the answer to one of the square roots, like in these two cases here. And this is a perfect solution for us. 27, when you break it up into factors, it's best to find a factor of these two here that can actually have an answer. Like the square root of 9 we have an answer for. We don't have an answer for the square root of 3, it just gets written like that. So let's look at that properly. If we were to say the square root of 27 is the same as the square root of 9 times the square root of 3, we can solve this and it comes and stands here as a 3. We can't solve that, so it just stands there in its original form. So the answer is 3 square root 3. Right, let's do one more before we end this lecture. So the square root of 32, we're going to try and find the factors that has at least one that has an answer to the square root as a whole number, and that would be 16. So 32 is the same as the square root of 16 times the square root of 2. The square root of 16 is 4, and the square root of 2 we can't solve, so we just go park it there. So the answer is 4 square root 2. Over here you're going to see an arrow. Please press subscribe and join us on this journey so I can help you with your maths. See you soon.